It's 10 p.m. in Banjul and a warm welcome to the news. First, our top stories. Gambian children take to the public media to showcase their immense talents as they celebrate the maiden edition of the National Children's Day of Broadcasting. It's an easy 2 wins out of 2 for Omar Cisse's new look on the 20 side after the Young Scorpions thrashed Sierra Leone on the 24-0 on aggregates. Gambia launches the Measles Rubella campaign, an ambitious initiative meant to prevent infants from 3 childhood diseases. And sportsmen and women, as well as those who report on their activities, gather for the 7th edition of the CSJAG Awards. These and other stories coming ahead in this half hour. I am Hadija Tijuf. As you might have seen throughout the day, we have been the very face of our public media, presenting programs and explaining ourselves. This has been a unique platform for young people, especially those in the media. The main feature of the celebrations, marking the maiden edition of the National Children's Day of Broadcasting, was held at the GRTS Television Complex, where the First Lady, Madam Zainab Yahya Jammeh, and the Vice President Ajah Dr. Aissatou Njie Sedi joined hundreds of school children. It was a special day for Gambian children as they showcased their innate talents to the watching public, as captured in the statement by one of the children who played the role of the First Lady on the day.
I would like to seize this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to all children who participated in the directing, production and broadcasting of programs marking the NCDB, and those of you who are here this evening. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for the purpose of this occasion, please allow me to cite a few achievements of the government aimed at changing the lives of children everywhere and under every circumstance in the country. Achieving universal quality health care coverage for all with special emphasis on children's health, coupled with the declaration of free maternal and health services, is indeed a landmark realization within the sector in the Gambia. I would like to seize this.
Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs, Ajah Dr. Aissatou Njie Sedi, has presided over the launching of the Measles Rubella campaign, which is set to kick off on Monday. The vaccine is an effective mechanism for the prevention of childhood illnesses. We have details of this story in this report.
The Vice President, Her Excellency Dr. Ajah Aissatou Njie Sedi, on behalf of Her Excellency the First Lady, Madam Zainab Yahya Jammeh, Saturday presided over the launching of the Measles Rubella campaign. The vaccine is a safe and effective combined vaccine that protects against 3 separate illnesses: measles, mumps, and rubella, German measles, in a single injection. The full course of MMR vaccination requires 2 doses. This significant campaign kickstarts on Monday 25th April and ends on the May 1st, 2016. The focus of the Measles and Rubella campaign, according to the Honorable Minister of Health, Omar Cisse, who delivered the launching statement on behalf of HE, the First Lady, is to ensure all eligible children to receive measles and rubella vaccines, vitamin A capsules, mebendazole tablets during the vaccination period.
It is indeed another moment of joy for me to be launching another activity that is in the heart of saving children's lives. Vaccination is indeed a very important and cost-effective public health intervention that has saved over millions of lives worldwide over the years. The Gambia has been in the forefront in these public health interventions, and I can proudly say No child for the past 10 years died as a result of measles in the Gambia. Alhamdulillah. Congratulations to the efforts and initiative taken by the government under the able leadership of His Excellency the President of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya AJ Jammeh Babili Mansa.
A life-threatening disease, measles in particular, has already killed and maimed thousands of people and is putting over 400 million lives at risk in Africa. Organised by the Government of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, with support from the Global Alliance for Vaccine Immunisation, or Gavi, this is the first ever measles rubella campaign launched to date in the country. Investing in measles and rubella prevention will provide the much needed boost to improve women's and children's health and help accelerate global progress in controlling two life-threatening diseases. I'm very happy to inform this gathering that during the campaign, vitamin A and mebendazole will also be given to children aged 6 to 59 months countrywide.
With a target coverage of almost 800,000 children, the campaign is supported by Gavi Alliance, UNICEF, WHO, the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Child Fund, and NANA. A demonstration of the campaign was highlighted on the grounds of KMC by officials of the Health Ministry and partners. This is Laura Ake, GRTS.
And to news coming in from our sports team. The Gambia Under-20 side have booked their place in the next stage of the Africa Youth Championship qualifiers. Omar Cisse's side scored 2 unanswered goals to defeat Sierra Leone 4-0 on aggregate, while GRTS Sports caught up with team officials and Gambian player. Here is an excerpt.
I urge everybody to be with us, be patient with us. All these questions that we are asking, okay, you want to know, but definitely football needs time. And Gambia came from somewhere. If we want to get where we want to go, we have to have patience and work and give courage to these boys. We will keep playing like we are playing. Maybe we will add it up from one stage to another, because our way of going is this, not this or this, but we want to go like this. So thank God we are going like that, and we will work hard to do. Next game, we'll work on it as it comes to us. What I will tell the Gambians is, if you have hope on us, by grace of God, we will take that hope with ours and give it to God, and we will work hard to bring you guys glory. I think we can do it, me and my boys. May God guide us, inshallah.
I knew I was going to score them, because in Makeni it was hot. It disturbed us at the beginning. But here we are used to the climate, and we know how they play. I know what I can do to penetrate them. As you can see, if I have taken my time, I could have scored more than one. But thank God I scored only one. Yes.
Well, it's very disappointed, and because of the results as a coach. But these are young boys that we are building. You will expect, but the expectation will be little because of circumstances facing us in our country 2 years back. This disease entered in our country, everything was stand. There is no progress in our country, especially in football. So everybody we make any attempt to play outside the country. It's very difficult for us. People are calling names, Ebola. But this is a disease that is not the end. But now we thank God we are back. We don't have a league in our country. Difficulties are coming, the FA is trying its level best to see that we go so many competitions. But the difficult for us now to prepare these boys is just around 2 months. So you can't prepare and you expect to get results. It's a building process. To end it all and crown it, I wish the Gambia good luck in their next match against Morocco. I believe that, and I hope I will pray for them, because it's a brotherhood country. We are the same.
We hope to bring you details of that game in our subsequent newscast. Participants, mainly police officers, are undergoing training on ways of reducing the spread of HIV and AIDS. The program was organized by Action Aid the Gambia in partnership with the National AIDS Secretariat. We have details on of that story in this news report. Action Aid the Gambia and partners have organized a day-long training for senior police officers on the infectious diseases, including HIV/AIDS. These trainings, which brought together 40 uniformed men and women, is meant to arm them with the basic understanding of infectious diseases prevalent in society. The role of the men and women in uniform in efforts to reducing the spread of the virus is critical, since their role involves direct interaction with the public.
AIDS depletes command structures and compromises the readiness and capacity of the military sector, the police sectors, to respond to threats and instabilities. So it's a concern. That's why people are invited here as stakeholders and key partners in the national response, to listen carefully to those who will deliver the presentations, learn from them, ask much questions as you want, so that when you go back to your post, you can replicate those informations.
For the years, we all had, not only in the Gambia, the impacts of HIV and AIDS on national development. Mr. Almamo Barrow made mention of the impact of HIV on development, because it's into a national budget. The Gambia alone cannot fight it. And also it has so many devastating consequences on the socio-economic development of any country.
One major initiative rolled out by the Police High Command, which has helped improve civil police relations, is the Community Policing Program. It has also helped the police to engage the public on a number of critical social issues.
It is very, very important. I'm opportune to be part of the participants to attend this training workshop. In fact, we have one at the police headquarters. That's about the laws of this HIV/AIDS. And I think it is paramount, because as station officers or superior police officers within the Gambia Police Force, we are having our junior officers under us, and we interact with the public. It's a day-to-day activity, it's part of our mandates. So it is very paramount. Like the knowledge we're going to have here, we're going to share it with our colleagues and the general public at large.
Their contribution to this campaign, according to the officials, will add value to efforts aimed at raising awareness of the virus and ways of preventing its spread.
HIV/AIDS has no boundary, and the police or the security is a very important sector in our society. For that being the case, you cannot be left behind. We must continue to work closely with you so as we can achieve the objectives of the national response.
To enlighten ourselves about HIV and AIDS, and to give us some bit of more knowledge and skills as to how best we can mainstream HIV/AIDS in the work we do as security personnel, to help the national drive, the national vision, which is about ensuring that we have zero new infections, zero new deaths, and zero discrimination as far as HIV is concerned.
According to statistics, the prevalence of HIV in the Gambia has increased from 1.8 to 1.9, and with authorities targeting to end that trend by 2030, efforts are being done to achieve these targets. Khadija Tujuv, GRTS. Access to healthcare is not only a fundamental human right, but also a basic necessity. The government of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, under the leadership of His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh Babli Mansa, places high premium on access to adequate healthcare, especially for the nation's children. Sirajalo takes a closer look at efforts by government to ensure quality healthcare delivery for the Gambians, particularly children.
The development of children is crucial to any nation's developmental agenda, and so is their well-being. Globally, the right to primary health care is enshrined in all constitutions, children around the world. It is also encapsulated in Article 23 and 24 of the Convention of the Right of the Child, can never be shared. However, the burden is health and well-being are deeply personal matters. Nothing is more intimate than the experience of conceiving and bearing a child and giving birth to a unique human being. None of us can live another's fear or pain. The pain brought upon us by ill health can never be shared. However, the burden is...
Only you too. I think maybe in your school you have somebody who is always sickly. You can see somebody who is always sickly, the performance of that person in class, in academic work, or a teacher who is always very sick, the performance is very poor. So that tells you that a healthy nation and healthy children is indispensable for the society.
Yet it is precisely when we or those close to us face illness or chronic sufferings that we perceive that health is in reality a very public matter. The government of the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, under the leadership of His Excellency Sir Professor Dr. Alhaji Yaya AJJ Jammeh Babli Mansa, places high premium on the access to adequate health care, especially for children, for the future lies with us.
If the future of this country, a healthy nation is a wealthy nation, is a prosperous nation. And so to ensure that we have a prosperous future, a very strong nation, the future leaders, you are the future leaders. If you are not healthy, the future of the country is not healthy, because you are the insurance company, you are the insurance for the continuous progress and prosperity of this country.
Healthcare for the nation's citizenry can be costly, but for the Gambia, this is more reason why quality healthcare is made affordable.
So, when children are sick, it costs the government a lot of money. When anyone is sick, it costs the government a lot of money, but more so when it is the children. So we want to make sure that we want to protect everybody, make sure that everybody is healthy.
The theme for this year National Children's Day of Broadcasting is empowering children for a better health. This showcases the vital role health played in the country's developmental agenda and that of children.
We really want to empower children because we know that in all what we are doing as a health sector, our aim is to empower women and children. Empowering you in the sense that we want to give you the necessary knowledge and skills on health.
Reporting for GRTS Kids News, I am Sirajala.
There is more to playing than having fun, and children need to spend more time outdoors. These were the words of renowned psychologist Dr. Lamin Sidibe as he talks us through the mental, social and cognitive benefits of adequate time spent playing. Khadija Abi has that story.
From school playgrounds to our courtyards at home, children love to play. For many, playtime is often the least constructive activity on a child's daily agenda, as parents would rather have their children study indoors than be outdoors covered with dirt. Often dismissed as childish, playing may actually be the most important way for children to grow, learn about their surroundings and build stronger brains. There is more to playing than having fun and indulging in kids-like activities.
Playtime is actually the time when you are not doing anything formal work or formal studies. You can call it leisure time. That is when you informally are outside doing activities that may not be very formal, such as for girls playing akara, akara, padinyadi, rounders, and for boys, football, volleyball, and so on. That's what play is, where you relax, you enjoy yourself, and it's informal. But there are rules also in play, even though it's informal, there are rules.
From rounders, hopscotch, jump ropes, to making molds in the sand, play allows children to hone their attention spans and to learn to focus on specific tasks, thus developing their mental, physical, and cognitive health, says Dr. Lamin Sidibe.
So play has a lot of benefits. People think that play is only something leisure, you enjoy, laugh, crack jokes and so on. But play has a lot of implications, a lot of benefits for children. In fact, you have physical benefits, you have intellectual benefits, you have moral benefits, You have social benefits. I can define each of them for you. Physically, exercise is something that we recommend. Even a baby of 1 month should do some form of movement. This is required in health.
With technology advance, most parents prefer having their children in front of a television screen or a computer monitor, playing with the latest electronic games, forgetting the fact for a child's innate development, he or she must engage with their natural surroundings, hence the crucial needs to play outdoors.
So that you do enjoy it psychologically, and if you were, let's say, unhappy, and you go and play a game, how do you feel? It makes you feel happy, it makes you feel relaxed, makes you feel relaxed, you know, and it makes you look forward to having a game again. So that psychologically, it works on your emotion, your mind, makes you happy, and it's an outlet to any stress or distress that you may have in your mind. That's the psychological aspect, some of the psychological benefits.
The advice to parents, according to Dr. Sidibe, a renowned psychologist, is to include playtime in their children's daily activity.
Everybody should have some form of exercise daily, 30 minutes minimum. Have exercise daily. Babies you should stretch their hands, even kids, not to mention children like you and young adults and elderly people. Everybody should have some form of exercise daily, 30 minutes minimum.
The games may vary, but the fun is always rewarding. For GRTS Kid News, I am Khadijabi.
We will be back with news from outside the Gambia after this break.
Deposit money into your GT Bank account today and stand a chance to win fabulous prizes in July and October and at the end of the year. Maintain $10,000 to $50,000 balance in your GT Bank account for 3 months and stand a chance to be among 10 winners of 2 bags of rice, 1 gallon of vegetable oil, and 1 bag of onions in July and in October. And if you maintain more than $50,000 balance in your GT Bank account for 3 months, you could be among 3 winners of a fridge freezer, a 32-inch LED television, or a smartphone in July and in October. And even better, maintain a balance of $500,000 or more into your GT Bank account and stand the chance to win one of our 3 grand prizes at the end of the year. First prize is a brand new Hyundai Accent car. Second prize is a return ticket to Dubai for 1 plus pocket money of $2,000. And the third prize is a complete luxury sitting room sofa set. Terms and conditions apply. GT Bank.
Welcome back. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has arrived in Turkey Saturday to take stock of the implementation of a European Union deal with Turkey to tackle the refugee crisis. She faces a strained diplomatic relations after the warnings that the migrant deal could fall if visa-free travel for Turkish citizens within the EU is not implemented. You have details in this report.
EU will be giving Turkey 3 billion euros and another 3 billion until the end of 2018. So the leaders want to see the situation on the ground. What's happening in the camps? What do the Syrian refugees need? However, we have to understand one thing. Here in Nizip and in Gaziantep, actually, there are 5 camps altogether. In Nizip, there are 2 camps, and a total of 35,000 refugees are living in the camps in Gaziantep. All of Gaziantep, actually, itself has 300,000 refugees. And when you compare this to how many people are living in the camps, it's a very, very small amount. When you look at Turkey, you see that in Turkey altogether there's 3.1 million Syrian refugees living, and only 280,000 are in the camps. So the leaders are going to see what they can do about this situation, what is needed on the ground, and that's why the European leaders are visiting the camp in Gaziantep.
US President Barack Obama has urged young British not to pull out of Europe, a day after warning the country against leaving the EU. Obama urges them to reject calls for isolationism and xenophobia. Here is an excerpt of what he has to say.
This world is unmatched. What an incredible privilege that is. And you've never had better tools to make a difference, to forge a better UK and a better Europe and a better world. So my primary message today is going to be to reject pessimism and cynicism, know that progress is possible, that our problems can be solved.
We take our second break now. Sports is next.
Deposit money into your GT bank account today and stand a chance to win fabulous...
Welcome back, and now to some sports. Gambia's Media Fraternity Friday night convert for the 7th edition of the Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia Award and Gala Night. The night-long event attracted top sports personalities from the Gambia and beyond. We have details in this report.
Super middleweight champion Badu Jah was awarded the Sports Personality of the Year 2016 at the 7th edition of the Sport Journalists Association National Sports Award. This is the 7th edition of the Sports Journalists of the Gambia Award and Gala Dinner. The event often provides members of the Gambia's media fraternity the chance to celebrate and appreciate the country's sport, men and women, both past and present.
It's exactly 1 year, 12 days to be precise, since we last gathered under a similar roof, and the purpose to honor and celebrate our fellow countrymen and women in recognizing their efforts in all sports and levels during the 6th edition. The occasion is made more somber for obvious reasons. Some of our colleagues, families and honored personalities present here on the 10th April last year are no more.
The night of glitz and glamour had no shortage of celebrity media personnel and prominent names in international football. Among them, legendary Senegalese superstar El Hadji Diouf.
It's always a pleasure for me to be here and to take part of this ceremony. And it's a big pleasure for me as well to be here because before the World Cup 2002, we've been here preparing our match against Algeria, the most important games at that time. That's why for me it's always a pleasure to come here and to have a good time with the Senegambian people.
And after the pre-awards formality, then came the roll call for the night's event, and it was a huge night for Gamtel Football Club. Coach Tafa Mane, Yaya Ndong were named Best Local Coach and Player of the Year respectively.
And, I think it is a great achievement for the team as a whole, because to have this, all these three trophies in 1 year is not easy. I'm not saying it doesn't happen here, but it is not easy. And I think we work very hard to make sure that we have this achievement.
Gambia's sprint queen, Gina Bass, scooped the Best Female Athlete of the Year award. One of the country's top local referees, Maudou Diallo, was named the Best Referee of the Year.
The organizers of the Sport Journalist Award, what are your words?
Yeah, we are so grateful to them because this is showing that they have recognized what we are doing, and then for them also they are big partners in football, football development, because journalism, sport journalism, footballers, referees, coaches, we are all partners in this game. So I think the cordial relationship between the coaches, the players, the journalists, it should be something that we should work into as Gambians so that we can promote our football.
FC Sinion Pamodu Jan, badge of the Foreign-Based Player of the Year, whilst MGI were presented the best organization in support of sport.
In years to come, we will improve year after year, and we will surely get the best of the awards in years to come. I think this is the 7th year, and there is difference. And I think all those who are nominated for the awards this year, the winners will be very much happy. And if you don't win, I think there is another year to come or years to come. Just keep on working hard. And with regards to me, I think there is no loser in it because everyone is a winner. Hence, you are recognized in what you are doing. I think that alone sends that you are a winner.
The roles of veteran sports personalities have been recognized, among them Keba Diaz, Chikonjai and Durunjai. This was a great night for the media fraternity and the men and women who deservedly receive awards of the night. This is Siro Jallo reporting for GRTS.
And before we take a leave of you, a recap of the day's main stories. Gambian children have taken to the public media to showcase their immense talents as they celebrate the maiden edition of the National Children's Day of Broadcasting. Gambia has launched the Measles Rubella campaign, an ambitious initiative meant to prevent infants from 3 childhood diseases. It's an easy 2 out of 2 wins for Omar Cissé's new look under the 20 side, after the Young Scorpions thrashed Sierra Leone under 24-0 on aggregates. And sportsmen and women, as well as those who report on their activities, have gathered for the 7th edition of the SJAG Awards. That's all for this edition of the news. Thanks for your time and do have a pleasant evening. I'm your presenter, Hadiya Tujuf.
Hani feng tamu mbeda min sidal ko misil kono ngino hani tamu
ngodo
nam
ma fenso
mo fenso
ngodo ma fenso
ko do tente bulu biye bututo atambulo ko
do ka nyimbo ko di tente bulu
atembulu
ngodo bibe mbondiral de
ma bon nya
etelo wolo edan ko mobile
ni ko mol batani mobile ko man
yalla na menke ko man
malo jumale malo fotana be jang ndabe dawri jambake iko nadimo na indi ayena mobile le register ko do mobile money sunu kalpe imaja ko do kinyana dala subuli du ko ngata
ko do buriya
ya yam ngata nyot
ngata ibam man ko
Allah ayo
ko do buriya
anin kiusel kodo ise kodo ki ka kiye Gambia banko kan wati dawoda kiusel kodo ise credit ko sanno kiu power anin ku jamal pour ka ku senengo sotoje 133
QCell's Kodo mobile money, Sunyu SIM, Sunyu Kalpe, Sunyu Bus.
It's the global initiative for the support of the people with disabilities. GISPD invites you to a 2-day fundraising program with a difference. On the 29th of April at Joko Birkama, $150 is. On the 30th at the Galaxy Park, Senegambia, individual $150, VIP $250. Finally, on the 1st of May, come out en masse for a collaborative marathon commencing from Karaba Avenue traffic light to Burshubi turntable, time 10 a.m. It's the big comeback of Tata Dinding Jobate with a lineup of top-rated Gambian artists: Jelimadi Kanute, Sirifo Kanute, ST Singate, Lady Quincy, Pala Ranks, T Smalls, and many more. The GISPD in support of humanity.
Hello viewers, if you are just tuning in, you are reminded that you are watching your GRTS radio and television services. And if you have been following our program since in the morning, today marks a very important day, a very memorable day to all Gambian children. A day that every child in the country was yearning to witness again, which is the National Children's Day of Broadcasting, which is commemorated every year. And this year's theme